I have to talk about Leverless and my experience, because I played Terry till Master with Leverless, and I have some thoughts. I'm not convinced this is the right controller for fighting games, at least for this kind of fighting game. Now that could be because this controller is not necessarily the best in my opinion. This Hout T16, that's the one I've been using. I'm not sure this is the right controller, but I don't know if I should generalize and say the leverless controllers are not the best for fighting games. I think moving your character is absolutely easy with this thing. You have control over every single direction. The little things start to appear. Doing shoryukens at first seems amazing. Like, that's fantastic, man. I just have to hold forwards and press down and up at the same time and I get a shoryuken? Really? Sometimes the game says no and you don't get the shoryuken, you get a crouching medium punch. Also, the way you can do the fireballs is very similar. You hold down and press forward and up and you get the fireball. It's very easy for you to interchange them without actually wanting to. And sometimes you do it too fast and the game doesn't detect the shoryuken. That's mostly an issue with the game. Fighting games are still not built around the fast inputs of leverless controllers. So if you do it too fast, sometimes you just get a standing medium punch. Even with practice, it is very easy for you to not get the shoryuken when you want. That is the best way, because otherwise you need to do forward, down, forward. And I don't know about that, buddy. You have to do that if you want to cancel, because you'll see if I do the quick input for shoryuken, you see the issues that I'm not getting down. There are no downs here. And for the game to recognize the shoryuken into super, you need to do a QCF, QCF. Forward, down, forward, down, forward. Which is... It works when you get used to it, but it's just so bizarre. And the whole concept of playing fast with leverless is difficult. You have to work a lot in order for you, especially if you come from other controllers, for your brain to rework how fast you have to do the inputs with leverless. Because you're gonna do them faster. This is because, well, you just have to press a button in order for the input to be registered. You don't have to move the stick, move a joystick. That means you have to kinda get used to a new timing for combos, because otherwise you're gonna drop everything. And that also takes a bunch of time. Now the final question might be, is it worth it? Learning all the shortcuts, all the good stuff, the bad stuff, is it worth it? And that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. Every single controller is as good as the other. You have some pros and cons for every single one. I also don't know about the ergonomics of leverless controllers, because yesterday I played for like 4 hours, 5 hours, just Terry, and at the end of the day my wrists were sore, and I had this on my lap during the whole time I was playing, and it didn't feel good at all after finishing the stream. Well, this is the thing, you have to, because if you don't play at your house and you go to tournaments, you have to play on your lap. And what are you gonna do in a tournament? Bring a piece of wood with you? You have to get used to playing on your lap, because that's gonna be the most accessible thing. That's my level's review. A very weird one, because I have no consistent ideas with this controller. I think some things are good, some are bad, and I don't think the fast inputs are really justified, because if you really train with a joystick or a pad, you're gonna do them as fast as this one. The only difference, it is easier for you to get the proper input just by moving in the neutral with leverless. In the neutral. Doing this is better on leverless, by far. Now, doing the inputs during moves, that's an entirely different story. That they are just as inconsistent as pad or joystick. If you have issues, for example, doing your SPDs, getting this thing is not gonna help you. The main issue right now for me are the switches and the button caps and the layout, which is a lot of things, really. But those are the main things. Leverless controllers need to get better switches and also better button caps. If you're not gonna get either of the two, or the two at the same time, ideally, at least one. I don't think having all the buttons so close together is a good idea. Medium kick, really. If you put it on your lap, you have nothing here. How it provides these pads, the controller is still gonna move. like crazy. There's a lot of things they need to consider in the future. So I'm interested in testing more leverless controllers. Maybe my general experience will change once I test, for example, the M16 or the U16, or maybe another kind of controller from Hitbox. Right? Consider this a mid-year review.